and welcome to Scrap Saturdays. I hope you're doing well. This is my second last layout for the Felicity Jane Heidi kit. I'm excited. I hope by this time I do get my Mila kit in the mail so that I can start playing with that as well. I'm using the reverse side of the first layout that I created of my new nephew, Julian. So the other one that says hello with the wood grain and stuff like that, it's on the opposite side. So you know I kind of do this technique where I love to use the double side of a paper, especially if I like the pattern. And this pattern perfectly matched the hospital blankie that I think every single person on earth has this color of hospital blankie, or maybe this is just a Canadian thing. I don't know. You'll have to let me know, but I'm pretty sure every single baby born in Canada, or in Ontario at least, has this universal pink and blue striped blankie, which I'm going to tell you the truth. I stole my daughter's blankie. I did. Well, no, I just misplaced it in the diaper bag. That's such a bad thing to say out loud. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I took it. I'm not going to lie to you. I did. I still have it. It's like 14 years old. And so, yeah, this is that universal baby picture. There's not much to say, but I was trying to explain in my Canon, how do I use my Canon selfie video, that this is my Sue's fish type of photo where I used a filter to really like whitewash it all out. Do you know what I mean? And so it was a different type of photograph, and I've never really used this completely, like, I call it a very modern take on photography because I love pictures that are very, clean and streamlined and whatnot. So I liked it. It kind of like casted a glow of some sort, and it really neutralizes the background movement of the blanket and the color, so it softens everything, right? It tones everything down to this like neutral white cleansing. I don't know what the heck I'm trying to say. I'm going to digress from that. You know what I mean? Sue's fish, where everything is just like a flash, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to see what I can do with the remainder of these letters. And like I said, this is my second last layout. So for this one, I actually managed to write out the word welcome and darling because I couldn't make anything else. And I really had to like dig deep into my brain with all these letters. So I think scrapbooking is educational. Yeah, I think that like everybody should be taught scrapbooking. It should be mandatory in school, especially for creating titles, especially for spelling backwards, because spelling forwards is already a challenge for me anyhow. And so, yes, I'm using zeros as O's because when am I going to use the zeros anyhow? And there is a slight difference. And so I'm really happy. This is easy. This is a quick one. And so what I want to say in this video, as I fumble and stumble, but not every voiceover is going to be perfect and amazing, but we'll just go with it, is exactly what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you just got to get it done, right? I flipped over the page. I had a second photo that I did want to scrapbook of my nephew. So it's going to be in sequence. So it's already there. It's kind of like, matching to the other one. It's the story that I'm telling, and it's going to go into my everyday album anyhow because it's a part of my everyday life. I have to sit down one day and really like hack at putting my layouts away. I don't know how you guys are, but I have a few stacks now. I really do. And this is a flat layout compared to the other side. I had to really pick and choose because it's not going to fit in these albums. Like it'll be like a 3-page album with the way that I scrapbook. I just don't know how to do flat. I don't know how to do flat or minimalistic, but I'm learning. These kits are really, really helping me. So yeah, this is an easy one, guys. Like sometimes it just has to be like, what do you have on your desk? What are your leftover pieces? And then if the title has to be, this one's nice. Welcome, darling isn't the worst. And it is like full letters. Like that's awesome, right? I kind of got to span it across. And because the background paper has the lines already, it's very conducive to writing this kind of title or to using that space. And I really like it. That was one of those project life cards that I cut out with the hello because I wanted to use it and the colors were there. And I thought, yeah, it's great. The blue is a cardstock from the recollections that I told you, and I only used one 8.5 by 11. So everything else pretty much, when I do my Kill Kit for Felicity Jane, which should be for next Friday, I will show you that I still have some left over of that blue. I just use my Spellbinders die that cuts out that file folder, and here what I did was I cut it in half so I could use that other portion on the back that has like those cutouts, you know, the ones where you'd put it into a Rolodex and whatnot, because I like that. It adds more texture. It adds more, you know, like something else. I have no idea. It adds something else. It adds more. It's early morning on a Monday morning today. I'll be honest with you. It's like Thanksgiving here in Canada. And so we're all off. We had a great time yesterday at my in-laws' house. And we're all still in our jammies. And this is my I'm not quite awake voice. Yes, this is my dramatic. It's still too early in the morning. It's not even early in the morning. What time is it? It's 9:41. Get a life, Monica. No kidding. But it's back to work tomorrow, so I'm going to milk it for all it's worth. I think I just have like maybe one more tiny little load of laundry to sneak in because I was a good girl. I did my housework this week and my laundry, and I tried to catch up, especially when I know we have to go out and we have so many events to attend to. We had my sister. I got to squish her little baby. He's so cute. He's so different from this photo. They grow up so fast. And so, yeah, I tried to kind of plan my days ahead so that I don't feel so overwhelmed because, yeah, I'm a working mama. Yeah, I'm a working YouTuber. I work about 45, sometimes 50 hours in 4 days. And then I have Fridays to, you know, go to yoga and transform back into a normal human being. And then I tried to sneak in some scrapbooking and stuff like that. But there's always everyday life and everything else happening. So it's always a balance of, right? And so sometimes we just need layouts to be quick and easy and mindless and simple and not so hard to come about, right? Because if it's always such a hard task, you kind of avoid it. I don't know. I just like to be in that flow. And the one thing I have to learn about scrapbooking too is allowing myself to not do it when I'm not truly in the mood. I know there's like a catch-22, you know, you do want to force yourself, you do want to sit down and just play and move things around, but you don't really want to always force yourself to do it, right? It's okay to move away and say, you know, I'm done. And with this, I was just going to say with my next layout, that's coming up too with this one, it was like I just pushed everything onto the last layout. I was like, done. I have little bits and pieces. I have to feel like I got my money's worth. I really wanted to make sure that I used up as much as I did because I do want to set values, you know, to where I spend my money and what I'm doing with my stuff, right? And I hope that makes sense. I don't end up using these two heart cutouts. I stapled them together and I thought, you know, and every time you watch the video when you're doing voiceovers, it always looks better on video. But I think the lonely little flare badge was exactly what I wanted, just to keep it simple. And that flare badge doesn't come in the Heidi kit. It's the separate flare badges that I purchased with my other, I think it's called the Zoe kit, right? It's a birthday type theme kit. And so I'm trying to decide if I do use the Zoe kit because while we were away on vacation, it was my daughter's birthday and we had this amazing Hawaiian birthday themed party for her. And so I think I may kind of crack into that and use it alongside with the hip kits and just try to see if the colors will blend nicely into my album. But I think maybe I should just create a separate album just for her birthday because there's so many fantastic photos. So I haven't decided. I'm still playing with that. But yeah, I'm so proud of myself. Not only am I scrapbooking like current events, I'm still, you know, finishing up an album that's very meaningful to us, which, like I told you before, I haven't done. And so, yeah, I'm being a good girl for right now. I'm being really good, right, guys? And hopefully you're enjoying this, you know, 4 videos a week. Let me know how that's going for you guys. You're catching up. Hopefully you're subscribing so that you don't miss, you know, my new type of series so that you can, you know, make sure you get all the inspiration that you need. I used my typewriter to do my first ever strip journaling. if you can call it that. But I loved it. It was great. The only thing I found that was really interesting about doing this is that you can cut it down to like nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like when you cut out a hand square or a hand circle, like a hand cut circle, and you can keep cutting it around and around for infinity until there's like nothing left. I hope that makes sense, right? You know what I'm saying? So when I was cutting down these strips to make sure that they fit into the, underneath of the hello, I was like, oh, I have to be careful that I don't get to the point where like I have a sliver left and nothing there. But I like it. I thought it was simple. I thought it was a good way to use up most of what I had left over on my desk. And it was the other side of the paper, so that makes me happy because I feel like, I'm using up all of my supplies and I just feel so good about that. So yeah, excuse my morning voice, but I gotta get it done. And you need to be inspired. Yes, be inspired to just keep it simple. Keep it simple and lazy like a nice holiday Monday morning. Happy belated. What's the word? Belated? Thanksgiving? My goodness. No, I'm not hungover. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all of your comments. I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you're happy and that you're doing well. I am grateful for this hobby. Make time to do what you love because this hobby heals, and I will see you guys very, very soon.